Okay, so we're back for some variable length subnetting. Okay, so again, it's important to know at this point in time, you need to understand fixed length subnetting, you need to understand IP classes, you need to understand bits and positional notation, and if you understand all that stuff fully, you will live a prosperous life on variable length subnetting. Okay, so there's some rules behind this and some efficiency. So when you approach a question such as this, so a question on the left-hand side, you're given a network address 172.168.0.0/16, so it's a class B by default. Your task is to split it up into the most efficient way you can using network A, B, C, and D. Okay, so with these, you always start with the network that has the most amount of hosts. Okay, so the first address, type it right, it'd be 172.31.0.0, and I need 1000 hosts. Okay, so I would come along on here, remove them. Okay, so I need this column here. So I need all these bits here would relate to the network bits, and then I need these reserved for the hosts because I need 1000. Okay, so the first address you would be using would be a CIDR notation of 22. Okay, and this network will go up in 1024 hosts, but we know that that's not possible on the final octet, so we would be using octet number 3, or the second one from the right. Okay, so in this scenario, I would divide 1024 by 256 to give us 4. Okay, so with that 4 in mind, I know that the next network would be starting there with 4.0. Okay, so that's network 1 is done, be a /22. That will have a maximum of 1024 minus 2 for the host, so 1022, because that's the closest number above 1000 hosts. And then we move on to our next one. So our next biggest number is network A. Okay, so this one's really easy because at 200 hosts, the closest number to that that's above it is the 256. So in this scenario here, I would be just using the /24. Okay, the /24 will take network 3 up to a starting point of 5.0 because I've used all them 256 bits. Okay, so 172.31.5.0. Okay, so the next biggest number is the 100, so network B, which we need 100, so the closest number to that that's above it is the 128. So in this scenario, I would be to put in a 1 there, so this one would be /25. And that /25 will take the 172.31.5 up to 172.31.5.128. Okay, that gives us our last network, which we only need 50 hosts. So this would be, the closest number to that is the 64 that's above it, so that'd be /26. Okay, so that is all our network addresses. Okay, if you wanted to fill in the range of them, this one here would go to 172.31.3.254. The broadcast address would be 55. Okay, this one here would be really easy, so that'd be 172.31. Oops. 172.31.4.254 was the usable one, so the broadcast address would be 255. Okay, this one would be 172.31.5.126. Again, because the broadcast address would be .127, and then this one would go to 192. So sorry, 191. 172.31.5. The last usable one would be 190, the broadcast address would be 191, and the following network could be 192, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. So the question may be in this scenario is what's the first usable address on network? Let's say network A. So we know network A is the second one down in our answer sheet here. So the answer would be 172.31.4.1. Okay, so again, this is going to take some practice, making your own questions, testing yourself, and living your life to the fullest. Enjoy.